I'm going to ask this question despite the fact that I would imagine that most listening to this channel would fundamentally disagree even the notion of this. But again, it is a question, and who knows, maybe it is something that other people are wondering as well. It's from Morgan Mac Bodybuilding. Do you think treating men's open bodybuilding the same as classic physique in terms of a height weight cap would be effective with keeping guys healthier? Maybe even if not just keeping guys healthier, is that a concept that has ever even been approached for open class?
It would be very hard to come up because but look at Nick Walker. He's really short. He has a ton of muscle, but he has nice flow to his body. So why would you want to limit that? Open bodybuilding is open bodybuilding. It's like get as big as you can, get as conditioned as you can, and have as good a shape as possible. Obviously, if you're going to sacrifice your shape to put on ridiculous amounts of muscle, you might do worse. So it's kind of like it leaves it open to the competitor to kind of create their own creation and then bring that to the stage and say, okay, here's what I'm presenting. So yeah, I don't think a weight limit would necessarily be for per height would be a good idea for open bodybuilding. It certainly wouldn't keep people healthier because people are going to use a ton of drugs no matter what. The only way people might be a little healthier is if they drug tested. But the problem with that is it's like an IQ test. I mean, people could take drugs all year round and then get drug tested at a competition. They could beat the test. The only way to do it would be the way the Olympics does it, would be to be drug testing on a random basis and do it all throughout the year. And I don't think it's a viable option. We're really not a sport anyway. It's a cosmetic beauty contest, in a sense. The sport is going to the gym and training. When you get to the contest where you're judged by the judges, you're actually being judged on how you look. It's not even it has nothing to do with what you're doing to perform. So I don't necessarily know if drug testing is going to be the solution. You're going to get physiques that just don't look as good, and that's going to ruin the whole idea of the sport. The sport is, there's a freak factor to it. Obviously, there's hey, look at that guy. He looks like I could never look, and that's amazing, and then that's what the fans like. So, the conundrum is, how do you get people to stay healthier? Well, that people should respect their health enough that they go for their health checks. They go for their blood work. They talk to people like me and other people out there that are knowledgeable about helping to keep them healthy, protect the kidneys, protect the heart, protect the liver, and do the right things to clean out and protect your body. That's just something that you should want to do yourself because you respect your body and you want to live a long life. If you choose to want to, do something stupid and end your life early, I think that's on you too. If you want to do that and that's what you want to do, that's great. I don't think most people have that mindset. Most people do want to live a long time, but they also want to excel in bodybuilding. But there is a safe way to do it, or a safer way to do it, with doing health checks on yourself so that you don't get, into kidney failure because you never went for blood work to see what your creatinine was. So don't be naive and walk around with your head in the sand. And then when something happens, you wonder, wow, why did it happen to me? Well, you know what? When was the last time you went to the doctor? Oh, 5 years ago? Well, there's your answer.